The legacy deception. I never expected to inherit anything. My father wasn't the kind of man who left gifts behind. He was cold, calculating, a businessman through and through. When he died, I assumed his wealth would be divided, that my two half-siblings and I would each get a share. But when the will was read, we were given something far more unusual. A letter. And a warning. Only one of you belongs to this family. We exchanged uneasy glances. One of us was a fraud. And the truth would change everything. A family bound by lies. I never truly felt like I fit in. My father had been married 3 times. His first wife gave him Michael, the eldest. His second had Olivia, the middle child. Then there was me, Eric, the youngest, born from an affair that ended his second marriage. We barely spoke outside of family obligations. Now, we were forced to stay in our father's estate, locked in a house filled with secrets, suspicions, and hidden agendas. If what the letter said was true, one of us wasn't a Whitmore. The estate of secrets. The house itself was unsettling, massive, dark, and filled with memories of a man we barely knew. His study remained untouched, the scent of leather and whiskey lingering in the air. Portraits of our ancestors lined the walls, their painted eyes seeming to watch us. Somewhere in this house was the answer, and I was going to find it. A missing page. That night, I searched the study, combing through drawers, looking for anything that might explain the letter. Then I found it. An old journal, filled with my father's notes. And inside was a torn page. The last entry read, "One of them doesn't belong. I can't hide it forever. The truth is in the rest was gone." Someone had ripped it out. Someone didn't want us to know. The blood test. Michael was the first to suggest it. "A DNA test," he said. "That's the only way we settle this." We all agreed. But the next morning, before the tests could be done, Olivia's room was ransacked. The drawers were overturned, papers scattered. And in the middle of the mess was the torn page from our father's journal. It read, "One of them is not my child." But the name was smudged, unreadable. Someone had found the truth. And they weren't going to share it. A sudden disappearance. That night, Olivia was gone. Her car was still in the driveway. Her phone was left charging. But she was nowhere to be found. Michael and I searched the entire house. The servants had no idea where she went. Then I found something strange. The old servants' entrance at the back of the estate was unlocked. Had Olivia run? Or had someone taken her? The last clue. The next morning, Michael was on edge. "I don't trust this," he muttered. "Someone's playing us." Then we received an email. It was from Olivia. But it wasn't a message. It was a document. Our DNA results. Michael opened it first. His name was there. 100% Whitmore. Then mine. I stared at the results. And my blood ran cold. Because next to my name, it didn't say Whitmore. It said unknown. I wasn't my father's son. I was the fraud. The final deception. Michael turned to me, his face unreadable. "You knew, didn't you?" I shook my head. "No. I swear, The sound of tires screeching outside made us both jump. A black car pulled into the driveway, and Olivia stepped out. But she wasn't alone. Beside her was an older man, a man I'd never seen before. She met my eyes, her expression filled with guilt. And then, she spoke the words that shattered everything. "Eric, meet your real father." The legacy left behind. The man explained everything. I wasn't a Whitmore. I was the son of my father's rival. A child born from a scandal, one that my father covered up to protect his legacy. But why reveal it now? Because my father knew he was dying. And he didn't want me to inherit what was never mine. I felt sick. I had lived a lie. And now, I had no claim to anything. The choice. Michael and Olivia expected me to leave. To disappear, just like the lie I was built on. But I wasn't going anywhere. My father may have left a legacy of deception and secrets, but he raised me as a Whitmore. And if they thought I would walk away without a fight, they were dead wrong.